Good afternoon, beer buffs. I'm back with another beer from around the world, and today we're going to India with Flying Horse Royal Lager beer. Let us get a foreign pour on. Cheers.
Hello, you monkeys. Ken Goldings here, Hop Farmer Kent. Let me tell you something. I was out in India for a little bit. Mumbai. Gave a talk on IPAs. Well, what do you think? I'm an hop farmer. Of course they asked me about IPAs, right? IPAs, you ask? IPAs? Indian Pale Ales. Wake up.
Yap. Let's get a pour on. I'm thirsty. It's Friday. It's Good Friday, so I'm ready for a beer from India, the subcontinent. Something different, eh? Something different. Yeah, I'll talk about it in a minute, but I'm gonna pour it first. I broke one bottle opener. Sorry, the winds are blowing through today, so it might get a bit noisy. I apologize, but I'm not sitting inside. It's a gorgeous spring day. Yeah, my bottle opener, my previous one broke, and then I had one you probably saw when I did the Korean beer. My son broke that. Well, I don't know if he did. It was kind of flimsy and on the fridge. So I got this one. It's my old trusty one, you know, it seems to last the course. It's funny that, isn't it? The old cheap ones seem to last longer. Sorry, it's really blowing today. So lager again. A lot of these beers from around the world are lagers. You can see the bloody camera shaking. Look at that. That's how windy it is. So yeah, this has come all the way from India. And I said, you know, a foreign beer. You know, some people don't like that term foreign anymore. I don't know why. I'm foreign. I'm a foreigner to these parts, so I use it. I don't give a monkeys. I use it. Yeah, so it's a nice pour, right? It's not got a big head on it. It's not as fizzy. I got it in one of my British pint glasses. Oh, it is so clear. It looks like it could be a cider. I don't know. It is a bit flat. There's not much to it, really. I got to be honest. You know, it's a lager. It's don't know. It just kind of reminds me of, you know, your standard lagers, your Carlins, your Michelobs, but I don't know. There really isn't much taste to it. Don't know. Let me give it a minute. Sometimes I warm up to these things. So yeah, I didn't say the brewing. It's actually I got my Irish one here. I haven't done one for a little while. It was the St. Paddy's Day, so sorry about that. I'm back to it now. Flying Horse Royal Lager beer. It's 4.7%, folks, and it's from United Breweries, and they are based in Dharuhera in Haryana, India, so the subcontinent of India. So let's take a quick look at where Dharuhera, or Hira, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Let's see where that is on the map, thanks to Google Earth. So there you go, you had a look, that's where it is. It's further north than I thought, and I'll tell you for why in a minute. So United Breweries, bit of history here. There's a lot of history, you need to read up, go to the website. It's quite extensive, but basically 5 breweries came together in 1915, chalk it up, so going back a little bit, to become United Breweries in South India. That's where it gets confusing, because these guys are based in, it's more kind of north, well, not north, but north central, I'd probably say. Looking at that map, you tell me if I'm reading that wrong. I'm sorry, but that's what it seems to me. So that's basically the history. There's a lot more history to United Breweries. Have a look, interesting. I'll talk a bit more about some of their beers in a bit, but let's get down to the body of this and suss it out a bit more. The nose, you know, it's your typical lager beer nose. I guess I'm tasting a bit now. I don't know, you know, I'm fussy about these things now. But this would be an easy drink for me. I would drink this all day long when I'm out here having a mow or doing a bit of strimming around the trees and such. Honestly, it isn't bad, is it? You know, it's good, light, easy drinking. It is light, I'll give you that, you know. So I've been drinking some All-Star beers. Here you go, here's one of the cans, and that's a light kind of lager. So I'm comparing it to this a little bit. This for me is tasty. This is my go-to beer on weekends. I buy a 15 pack, I've told you about this before. Does me proud. This, you know, if I had 15 pack of these, this is a full pint by the way, so I should be pouring it. Is that a full pint? Because I've drunk a little bit of that. I think it'd be spilling over a little myself. I think it's slightly more than a full pint. If I was measuring it, 4.7%. So it's not strong. Interesting. I don't know where the flying horse name comes from, or the royal. Obviously, there's royalty in India, the Maharajas and such. But yeah, I mean. So I'm a bit confused because I'm reading on here this was brewed in Bangalore, India, not where I mentioned, what was the name? Sorry, I can't remember all this. I'm getting on a bit, and still got the bloody Sullivan's info on the back from Ireland. That was a good beer, wasn't it? That's Malton's Irish Ale. Gosh, Daruhara. It's a bit confusing, isn't it? Where was it brewed? Well, according to this, it was in Bangalore. So there you go. But the brewery's address maybe is Wadaru. So there you go. It's interesting. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about all this. But I'm just reading into this. I'm doing my research thoroughly. So anyway, never mind all that. This is the brewery, United Breweries, and it's Flying Horse Royal. So, bloody spilling it already. Look at that, I'm just throwing it in my face. You can tell it's Friday. Get it down your neck. Chug it. Nah, I can't do that anymore. Those days are gone. Last was at my, well, no, I've done them since maybe, but at my 30th birthday, not revealing how long ago that was, but I did the Yard of Ale, which is a big old glass, a long thin glass, and they fill it with ale. Excuse me. I think it's 2.5 pints, but the idea is you chug it, most of it ends up down your shirt. That's chugging a beer. Look it up. The Yard of Ale, sorry. I've been drinking already, so I've had a few. But yeah, it's, you know, it's light, it's easy to drink. There's not a huge amount of taste to it, if I'm being honest. But, you know, it's easy drinking. Let's go with that, it's easy drinking. So there you go. A couple of beers now before I wrap this up, folks, that they produce, and I wouldn't mind trying some of these. You know, I'm always open for giving it a go. Some of these other beers. Maybe I'll get to India one day. Kingfisher Premium Lager, which is their signature beer. So it's another lager, essentially. They do an IPA. Ken would be proud of that. It's called Bombay Bicycle. I'd be very interested to try that, how it compares to IPAs over here and in Britain. They do a cider called Peacock Cider. Peacock is an Indian bird, right? It makes sense. And they also do a wheat beer, which is Kingfisher Ultra Wheat Beer. So one to check out if you can find them. My trusty supplier, Total Wines, they have a good range of international beers. So I try and pick something different every time. We're going to Canada next week, folks, so look out for that. Or maybe over Easter weekend, I might do another. So yeah, that is Flying Horse Royal Lager beer. And now the planes are coming over. Shut it, you fool. But yeah, noise, sorry, there's a lot of noise out here these days. What's going on with the winds and the planes? So yeah, check it out. Have a look at their website. See if you can get one if you can and have a taste. For me, I think that's going to be a standard 7 from the Texas Tap here. Good, light, easy drinking beer. That's what I'm going to say. If you're doing some yard work, some garden work, that's the one for you if you get a chance. So there you go. Cheers, folks. Have a great Easter. Hope you get plenty of eggs and plenty of crafty beers. And until next time, ta-ra.